Well, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Rafiqatul Uma. I'm from English Education Department. So today I'm going to do the final examination, that is analyze some articles here. So the articles that I choose here, it's about a venue that has doubled as a set for TV series Peaky Blinder is to operate as a COVID-19 vaccination center. Jadi here I have many mark from various of colors here. First is orange, blue, green, and etc. So let me explain from the first paragraph is Black Country. Apa sih kira-kira artinya Black Country? Black Country, oh kota yang hitam. No. Jadi di sini artinya Black Country itu istilah dari sebuah negara yang artinya negara itu adalah pusat utama sebuah industri, pusat utama industri. That's why conceptual meaning here, pengambilan makna dari sebuah kata ini berdasarkan pengenalan dan penjelasan dari speaker sesuai kenyataannya ya, bahwa the country told in here it's about pusat utama industri. Kemudian yang blue, game changer. Game changers is collocative meaning. Collocative meaning di sini maksudnya adalah kata yang diambil berdasarkan kebiasaan. Kebiasaan di sini adalah bahwa game changer itu adalah istilah bagi sebuah negara industri, artinya membawa sebuah perubahan terhadap situasi industri yang ada. Kemudian lanjut, the Dudley attraction which is closed to tourists during lockdown is expected to help administer thousands of injection a week. Reflective meaning. Jadi lockdown di sini adalah reflective meaning. Lockdown artinya memiliki makna lebih dari satu makna konseptual. Jadi lockdown itu kalau misalkan kita artikan lockdown ya udah dikunci. Tapi makna lain bisa berarti mengisolasi diri. Dalam kontekstual pandemi di atas ini berarti mengisolasi diri. Kemudian lanjut COVID-19 ya. I guess everyone right here sudah sangat paham tentang COVID-19 yang 1 tahun terakhir ini sangat meresahkan ya, meresahkan semua kalangan. And then here COVID did connotative meaning. Connotative meaning. I call it connotative meaning because kata yang diambil dan memiliki arti lebih luas dari conceptual meaning. Kalau misalkan we talk about COVID, so COVID is a virus and a virus have many variants of a virus. Jadi ini artinya lebih luas ya. And then when someone hear COVID-19, so mereka langsung artinya luas, bisa pandeminya, kemudian bisa talk about virusnya and etc. And then next is talk about reference dari paragraf yang di bawah ini, but rolled out at museum which began on Monday will say it become Dudley first vaccination center. It here reference to museum. It reference to museum, bahwa museum yang dimaksud di sini akan menjadi vaksin center, akan menjadi tempat utama untuk sosialisasi tentang vaksin atau pemberian vaksin itu sendiri ya. Kemudian kita berbicara tentang reference lagi. Reference here, it will complement existing GP vaccination service which are already up and running locally. Kalau di sini ya existing, berarti it's still come back to museum there. And also Black Country, as I told you before, it's conceptual meaning and followed by collocative meaning. It's also game changers, one of collocative meaning. Followed by Nicholas Burley, the lay council member of Halstead. Jadi di sini them, administer them, its reference. Then we come back to Nicholas Burley, the lay council as a member of for health ya di sini, member for health. And then pernyataan di sini, having the Black Country Living Museum on board, the vaccination center will greatly increase the amount of job we can deliver and the speed at which we can administer them. Jadi di sini juga we call it thematic meaning karena ada penekanan di sini, karena ada intonasi di sini terhadap pernyataan terhadap statement dari Nicholas Barlow Dudley Council bahwa museum itu akan menjadi tempat utama increase perbaikan dan akan memberikan deliver the vaccine. Okay, and also in France it will make people safer from the deadly virus more quickly. In France itu sangat crucial ya, karena vaksin yang diharapkan mampu membuat people safer from this deadly. Jadi mereka merasa bahwa mereka akan aman dengan adanya vaksin itu, aman dari kematian. That's it. Memiliki arti ya bahwa that is we can solve the problem of afraid of death di situ. Kemudian talk about next is thematic meaning yang orange ya. Our progress in the area data has been incredible, and I am delighted that our first vaccination center, which will be capable of delivering 1,000 more vaccines each week, is going live. Jadi di sini ada berdasarkan intonasinya sudah kelihatan ya bahwa progres yang dihasilkan sangat luar biasa, bahwa first vaksin yang disebarluaskan akan membuat 1,000 more vaccine each week. Jadi usaha yang mereka lakukan akan membuat minimal 1,000 every week is going live, akan disebarkan ke seluruh penjuru gitu ya di sini. Okay, thank you. That's all for the first. Let's go into the second one. Okay, lanjut. So discuss number 2. And then we are going to analyze Dexis, entailment, presupposition, coherence, and Dexis. Here, the first paragraph, the COVID-19 pandemic has exposed the basic fact of American life. When people unexpectedly lose work or face unforeseen expenses, they can't pay the rent. Jadi di sini we supposed to call it cohesion karena ada keterkaitan antara satu dengan yang lainnya. Kemudian next is cohesion and coherence. Cohesion and coherence di sini adalah kalimat di sini cohesion and also coherence. Jadi memiliki keterkaitan satu dengan yang lainnya. The pandemic, terrible as it has given something and a reprieve from the usual injustice of eviction. Jadi dari mulai konteks yang pertama, di talk about the pandemic. Di sini sangat cohesion karena masih berhubungan ya. Kemudian next is temporal dexis di sini, or we call it time dexis, concerned with various time involved in and referent to utterance. Jadi kalau dilihat di sini ada konteksnya, a tenant who failed to pay within 3 days of being notified by the landlord can be put out the street at mere for 6 weeks later, depending on how court days lined up. Temporal dexis, talk about concern with time ya. Kemudian existential presupposition. Existential presupposition di sini, yeah, we call it because it's something the speaker assumed to be case prior to making an utterance. Jadi di sini memang so we call it existential presupposition itu karena speaker is committed to the existence of the entities named. Name di sini bahwa Presiden Joe Biden has taken executive action calling for an extension through March. The order applies only to low-income tenants who undertake this effort to pay at least partial rent, seek available rental assistance, have no other housing option. Jadi di sini langsung existential presupposition, ya, karena committed to the existence of the entire name, langsung Presiden Joe Biden. Kemudian here is cohesion, ya, cohesion, conjunction, cohesion yang conjunction. Cohesion jadi antara kalimat satu dengan kalimat lainnya masih berhubungan, namun diikuti dengan conjunction or here. Any tenant who has experienced either substantial loss of a household income or extraordinary out-of-pocket medical expenses and meets the other requirement is eligible. Okay. So masih conjunction di sini ya, cohesion yang conjunction. And then coherence memiliki arti out of pocket means that ya di luar dari kemampuan. Artinya di sini seperti itu. Kemudian structural presupposition di sini adalah assumption associated with use of certain structure. There are question structure di sini ya, mulai dari why can tenant always be protected from a victim in this kind of situation. Dan pertanyaan selanjutnya, why should eviction ever be respond when tenants can pay rent due to circumstance beyond their control? Jadi structural question di sini. Kemudian lexical presupposition. Lexical presupposition here is a presupposition obtained through speech which is interpreted through affirmation in speech. Lexical presupposition while. Jadi di sini ada penegasan ya. Penegasan di kata while they pursue tenant for rent debt in civil court. Jadi mereka may not be able to hold out their creditor while they pursue tenants for rent debt in civil court. Jadi di sini ada penekanan bahwa tenant harus tetap membayar terhadap rent debt in civil court. And also cohesion yang warnanya green here. Cohesion is this is an rocket first abuse publisher financial. Cohesion di sini antara satu dan yang lainnya masih berkaitan ya. Kemudian coherence moon suit. And then moon suit here coherence ya, coherence karena ini bukan bulan yang tertembak, tapi talk about we need the kind of moon suit investment in building rental housing that would bend the price curve to a place where tenants are less trapped in the first place, raising the further minimum wage would help too. Jadi moon suit di sini adalah musiman ya, membicarakan tentang musim investasi terhadap building, terhadap penyewaan rumah atau gedung itu. Kemudian coherence, tetap coherence berhubungan satu dengan yang lainnya. That's it. And then talk about entailment here. Entailment is relationship between two sentences or preposition where the truth of one preposition implies the truth of other because both are involved with the meaning of the word here. They have no safety net to catch them when something goes wrong. Di sini it can be something goes wrong or they do something wrong. They go to the safety net or something happened here. Okay, so let's jump right into number 3. It's about analysis, one of the short movie. Actually, there are 3 movies, and I choose one of the interesting movie. I thought it's about Doraemon. Yeah, Doraemon. So here, I'm going to talk about 3 kind of crazy maxim. First maxim is maxim of quantity, giving the information, and also which is effective, jelas, clear, and then kalimat yang sebenarnya bisa dipersingkat ya dengan short statement. Jadi di percakapan di sini, I found Doraemon and Nobita. They have a conversation and Nobita said, "What time is it now?" And Doraemon replied, "Let's see, getting pretty late, Nobi. It's almost 2 in the morning." Jadi ada catatan di sini bahwa it's prefer to choose if there are two statements. One of them is it's 2 in the morning directly said the time. It's going to be more effective than it still say let's see getting pretty late, Nobi. Gitu ya. And number 2 is talk about maxim of quality, ungkapan yang memberikan informasi dan bukti. Also giving statement without adding other information. Part 1, there are 3 parts here. First part is Nobita and Doraemon. Nobita, I feel bad. I wish I could buy mom and dad a new house. Nobita replied, you can. According to this book, you can buy a castle. Jadi according to this conversation, Doraemon gives the information which is followed by the proof. The proof it's also we can see from this book ya. Berarti Doraemon already know the information from the book that he read. And part 2, Uncle and Lottie. Then Uncle said, "There you are, Lottie. Why do you disappear like that? Don't cause me to worry." And Lottie said, "I just feel like taking a walk." Jadi di sini Lottie answer why she's disappeared. I just feel like taking a walk. Ini nggak ada reason sama sekali ya, nggak ada reason why she left him, and just directly told answer shortly by taking a walk. And the part 3 is Nobita and Doraemon. Nobita said, "You're leaving already? But I don't understand." Doraemon, "Don't you want to spend the night?" But the father said, "I just don't think a big house like this isn't right for us. Have fun." It's also a statement from the dad, yeah, without other info. What's wrong or what happened to you? Why you don't want to stay longer at home? And also talk about maxim of relevant. Maxim of relevant maksudnya di sini adalah masih ada keterkaitan antara kalimat sebelumnya dengan kalimat selanjutnya. Sebenarnya banyak, but I just found some here. Part 1 is talk about Shizuka and Lotte. First is, excuse me, but what is that tower used for, one with the flower all over it? And Lotte said, that's the flower of roses. It's a water tank that stores the water down from the mountain, but none of those fountains work anymore. Maybe they will be fixed one day. Jadi catatan di sini adalah ini masih relevan dengan pertanyaan Shizuka tentang tower tersebut. Namun seharusnya jawaban singkat darat answer that's Tower of Rose, tapi di sini Lotte memberikan penjelasan yang relevan yang masih ada hubungannya dengan pertanyaan Shizuka yang di atas tadi. Kemudian part kedua, Eric, you must be Lotte. Kemudian Lotte, yes I am. Yeah, yes I am. Jadi I would, and also Eric said, I would you anywhere, you look just like my beautiful daughter. I understand that you have been through a lot. And Lotte, I can handle it. Jadi di sini yes I am. It's also Oke, di sini masih ada sangkut pautnya ya bahwa Lotte, it seems like his beautiful daughter before. And it talk about maxim of manner. Maxim of manner di sini adalah ungkapan informasi yang jelas dan runtun. Jadi ada sebab akibat di situ. Contoh, ada salah satu contoh yang saya buat di sini adalah sebab bukan pergi ke pasar, yaitu membeli apel. Berarti cara kamu mendapatkan apel yaitu dengan pergi ke pasar. Mengendarai apa? Mengendarai angkot, transportasi umum dan sebagainya. Kemudian ada conversation di sini. Why don't you stay for a few days and you'll know if you like it. Then I'll see you tomorrow. While leaving, jadi teksnya di situ Lotte sambil meninggalkan, but I almost forgot you'll need these keys to get around the castle. And Lotte di sini memberikan cara ya, memberikan informasi lebih, memberikan cara agar Nobita lebih tahu more detail about the castle. And also part 2, ada Doraemon and Lotte here. Who is this picture? Who is in this picture? And Lotte said, that's Baron Eric von Manchester. He's my ancestor. He built this castle 500 years ago. Di sini juga Lotte give a very complete information about who is in the pictures. It also bisa maxim of relevance ya, karena jawabannya masih sangat relevan dan give more information about it. Kemudian floating maxim di sini adalah merespon dengan langsung atau kita direct respon. Contoh di percakapan di sini ada Doraemon and Lotte. Doraemon said, "Is it possible to get out tour?" Oh, directly Lotte say yes, of course, while smiling. And then Doraemon said, "Thank you." Jadi in this short conversation, so ya, kalau Lotte di sini giving direct response to what Doraemon asked for touring the house. And part selanjutnya it actually should be part 2. And also there is Eric and Lotte. Di situ ada, "You must be Lotte." And yes, I am. Jadi di situ part Eric believe that the girl is Lotte because she looks like his daughter. Kemudian direct answer ya di situ juga. Kemudian H ialah satu kata tambahan dalam kalimat yang memudahkan pembicara menjelaskan sesuatu atau contoh. Di sini ada partnya Nobita and Doraemon. Nobita while reading the newspaper and then according to her uncle Mr. whatever his name is, there has been rumors of recent ghost activity. And then Doraemon, that's what I think. That's what I think. Sebenarnya di sini that's what I think. Doraemon sudah memikirkan ini sebelumnya seperti itu sehingga memudahkan Doraemon untuk menyimpulkan bahwa aku sudah tahu tentang itu. All I know that the information gitu. And then the second part is Nobita and Doraemon again. It's a little bit run down, but I think it's going to be super cheap, Doraemon. And it's super big ton of room. Jadi di sini adalah it shows that Nobita has observed the information conveyed by the speaker. Di sini Nobita sudah look for the very detailed information that he wants to report to the parents, that he know the place, he know the price. That's why he told the parents, I think it's going to be super cheap. Di sini ya. Jadi itu memperlihatkan bahwa kalimat di sini menjelaskan sesuatu gitu ya, menjelaskan bahwa he knows everything about the castle already. Selanjutnya ada implicator. Implicator di sini adalah ungkapan atau percakapan yang mengandung makna tersirat. There are three parts sorry. Part yang pertama di sini ada Nobita and Doraemon. Implicator. Makna tersirat ya di sini. Let's take a look at it. Nobby, you know how far it is? Please be more realistic. It's thousands and thousands of miles away from here. And then Nobita said, dude, we got a door for that. Jadi percakapan we got a door for that is something magic. And then the one who knows just Nobita's family about Doraemon's door. Jadi ada makna tersirat di sini bahwa iya loh kita bisa memakai pintumu untuk pergi ke sana. And then part 2 is, you know, this is quite a mess. Kemudian Nobita menjawab, guess we could clean it. Or we could go get your parents. Jadi di sini ada makna tersirat bahwa tidak langsung please invite your parents to clean the castle. No, but no, Doraemon said, we could gather your parents. Jadi parents diundang ke sana just for cleaning the castle. And so part ketiga di sini ada Doraemon. Part 3. My cat-like instinct tell me that you are here somewhere. I can feel it deep down inside, or maybe it's just a gas bubble. Jadi note di sini percakapan yang di atas di sini adalah Doraemon is believed that Nobita is here. And then part 4, Eric and Lotte. I would you anyway, you look just like my beautiful daughter. Ini sebenarnya ada tadi di atas. That you have been through a lot. And Lotte said, I can handle it. I can handle it ini memiliki makna tersirat bahwa all the problem she has about the castle, about handling all the activity in it, yeah, she could handle it, all the problems. Seperti itu ya. Kemudian yang terakhir ada the conventional implicator, itu ada contrast, conjunction, and sequence and consequence. But I found conjunction here. I talk about my cat, Doraemon ya. My cat-like instinct tell me that you are here somewhere. I can feel it deep down inside. Or maybe it was just a gas bubble. Notnya di sini hilang, but I'm going to tell you about it. Or di sini conjunction implicator. Implicator apa sih di atas tadi? Implicator itu menjelaskan tentang makna yang tersirat ya. Jadi antara kesinambungan kalimat sebelumnya dan setelahnya masih ada kesinambungan antara kalimat tersebut. Kemudian consequence. Consequence adalah sebab akibat. Sebab akibat. Di situ ada part lucu di mana Doraemon yang masuk ke sebuah geng itu dianggap sebagai ghost, but actually not. But everyone afraid of him. And then Doraemon said, "Why isn't so easy to get in, but it's hard to get out?" Okay, that's all from me. Thank you so much for being attention, and also I recommend you to watch Doraemon movie. It's funny. And thank you. Telah selesai. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, let's jump right into number 4. Here we made a group which is consists of Rafiqatul Umma and the second Febri Rahmatullah and the last is Vidya Putri Muminin Qadratullah. So we are one group to discuss about the analysis of a term of politeness, strategies used, speech act used, and its possible implicator use. Here, I'm going to show you the schedule for starting the debate till all the point, just like 23.52, it's about pens rebuttal, and continues by 28.56, it's moderator time. And also all the schedule you may click and you're gonna find the point that you want to come in, so you don't need to watch start from the first. It's good for you to know the point only here. And also, yes, till the end, how is getting along with others. It's just like getting discussion here. And then further fraud, and guys, suggestion for you only if you want to find your main topic that you can click on it. And let's start to analyze number four. So we're going to analyze about politeness strategies used, speech act used, and its possible implicators. Some of the language here, some of the pattern here include, some of them are, first is strategi kesopanan pola bahasa kebijaksanaan seperti contoh. So we take from the conversation in it, like the example, Mr. Vice President said, "I'm talking, if you don't mind letting me finish, then we can talk." Jadi di situ memang pola kebahasaan kebijaksanaannya ada ya. Jadi kesopanan pola kebahasaan kebijaksanaan di situ strateginya ada. I'm talking if you don't mind. If you don't mind letting me finish. If you don't mind. So she doesn't force to talk, but she asks permission. If you don't mind, like that ya. And then the next is strategi kesopanan berbentuk sebuah pujian. I trust our justice system of grand jury that reviews that evidence. Jadi bentuk kesopanan berbentuk pujian di sini adalah I trust, that I believe the all statement that you have, all the another I believe, I trust, I believe. It's your point, yeah, just additional here. And next is strategi kesopanan pola bahasa kerendahan hati. So you show your weakness here, but not weakness like we thought it before. But here the example, there's also no excuse for derailling and loading. America is not systemically racist. Jadi pola bahasa kerendahan hati adalah menunjukkan bahwa American is not systemically racist. Gitu ya, bahwa Amerika ini tidak bla bla bla. Next, strategi kesopanan berupa bentuk ungkapan simpati. Get rid of private present and cash bill. Ini bentuk simpati ya, and cash bill. Here, bentuk simpati. And here, talk about speech accused and its possible implicator. We've been making summary here. I'm going to read it. On the other hand, in terms of the end speech act used and its possible implicators, Both of them speak more directly in a direct way when the moderator provided the opportunity to speak in the debate. Both vice presidential candidates speak more straightforwardly, directly, and literally. The types of speech acts that were mostly used by the two figures in expressing their opinions were representative speech acts of more than 10 levels, followed by the need for dozens of speech acts such as this show that the speech act is in debate are dominated by utterance that bind the speaker to the truth of what is being said. The character education values in this debate, which are reflected in the speech act, are figures or responsibility, independence, honesty, respect, and courtesy, love, care, cooperation, confidence, creativity, and kind and humble nature, even thought on the other hand. Okay, it's all about side full of arguing, yeah, because it's all debate to find the winner, but finally they just try to go together, flow together. Okay, thank you so much. That's all from me. So sorry for my mistakes, sir. Then the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.